How'd you end up here?
I put my whole identity into dance, and then that went away, and I put my whole identity into being a wild child, and that didn't get me very far.
Tiller, I know you've had a ton of coffee this morning, and when you're not talking, your
Thank you.
teeth chatter. How
Thank
long
you.
have you known that your mouth that your mouth does that?
Kind of like 20 minutes.
I mean, whenever you get just kind of juiced up on caffeine, your teeth chatter.
I guess so. I don't really know.
Wow. Oh,
Crazy.
something new every day. Anyway, hey, you're living in Texas. It wasn't a place that you really chose to come and said, hey, I've always wanted to go spend some time in Texas. How did you end up here at a home for struggling teens? How'd you end up here?
I was on a really great path with my life, and then it just took a downward spiral real fast, and I made some really poor decisions that, landed me way down south.
Man, what do you mean? The great path you were on. Tell me about that path.
I competed in dance. I was training since I was a little girl, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I was dancing up at Colorado Ballet Academy and doing YAGP, and then I got injured, and that was the end. That was it. And so after that, I didn't really know what to do with myself, and it just...
Got bored?
More like depressed. It broke my heart when I couldn't perform anymore. I loved it. And so I just felt really broken. And
Wow.
I got really addicted to a lot of things to try and make it better.
And that didn't work.
No.
So
Didn't.
when did you realize that it wasn't working?
About 6 months after I came here.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't come to a conclusion that maybe I need to stop doing this and do something different? Did you just hold your breath for 6 months and go, I'm just going to play the part and do whatever I have to do, and then I can go home and keep doing the same stuff I was doing?
I mean, maybe a little bit. Part of me didn't really think that I could change, that I could be better, that I could do
Why?
something
Because
different.
because you thought you were too bad to change, or?
I didn't really see an I didn't see a long-term solution. I didn't see another option.
Because your life was so involved in dance that there was no other life to look at?
I had devoted so much of my time and effort into it that
Yeah.
it didn't feel like I had to start all the way over. I didn't even know who I was without it.
Wow.
So
Why is that such a surprise to me? You're one of the funniest people. I would just call you fresh. It's just refreshing to be around you. I mean, your laughter, your teeth chattering, the way when you talk, you go, pop sometimes. And I mean, those things I go, were you not seeing that? Could you not see it? Were you doing such stupid stuff that it just blinded you?
I put my whole identity into dance, and then that went away, and I put my whole identity into being a wild child, and that didn't get me very far.
When you go to sleep at night while you were the wild child, you go to sleep at night, what would you think about right before you fell asleep?
Is this really who I am? Is this really what I want to... This is where we're at,
Yeah.
I was disappointed in myself.
So,
I didn't see another
just shaming
option.
yourself a lot?
Yeah, I did.
Did you become depressed?
Yeah, I would say so. It was just a really dark time for me.
Wow. So what kind of stupid stuff were you doing?
I became a really heavy alcoholic.
Wow.
I was drinking every day, day drinking, and bringing it to school, and I smoked a lot of weed.
Yeah.
I would do errands for my drug dealer. I would get him people to sell to in exchange for free drugs.
Wow. So when did Mom and Dad find out about all this?
After I came here,
They thought everything was perfectly good?
No, they didn't really understand what was wrong. I mean, my dad knew more than my mom. He knew that I was getting into some bad stuff. He didn't know exactly what, but I mean, he knew that I was drinking. He knew that I was smoking. He just didn't put a stop to it.
Didn't know what to do.
Didn't tell my mom.
So
my mom had no idea.
So where was the crowning blow that when somebody said, okay, that's it, we're doing something different here?
I hadn't been to school in a really long time. I was really truant.
Wow.
I had a 0.7 GPA. I had like a 9% in my lit class. It was ridiculous.
Well, that's something to about.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Jeez.
And I was not going to graduate high school, much less finish my junior year. And so my mom and dad were like, you can't not finish high school, you know?
Wow.
And so a family counselor found this place, and 2 weeks later, I was here.
You're here. Okay, so it takes 6 months for you to figure that out here. I mean, you're not dancing. I mean,
nope.
But you sure are the life of the campus, I mean, in one sense. What realization did you come into 6 months after you got here that caused you to wake up one morning and go, okay, there's got to be something different?
I realized that everything that I was doing, and it was all so selfish. And like I want to go to college, and I want to be better, and I want to be there for the people that I love, and you can't, like, you have to grow up, you know?
Yeah.
You can't I have to be sober, you know?
Yeah.
I need to grow up. I can't be selfish like that, because it was hurting my parents like crazy.
Yeah.
And like my like the people that I love, and like I didn't mean to, but it was selfish.
But it was, though. Yeah. Could your parents have done anything different? I mean, early on or anything? I mean, I get the feeling they're kind of blindsided as well. The injury happens and they see things kind of going. But, I mean, could they have done anything different?
I mean, my dad knew that I was doing things, and he didn't stop it. He didn't say anything to my mom. He didn't mean to, but he condoned it.
Yeah.
That wasn't his intention, but, I mean, I value my dad's opinion above anybody else in this entire world.
Yeah.
And, like, if he had just, like, talked to me about it, because my dad struggles with addiction, too.
Yeah.
Like, if he had just...
Well, and maybe he didn't know what to do. I mean, maybe he just didn't know what to do. And I think that's where parents get stuck a lot.
I think he didn't.
But evidently they did something. Well, I hope you guys get through this thing.
Me too.
Are you hopeful?
Yeah.
See, you did that thing again. I mean...
It's the coffee, sorry.
Yeah, no, whenever you have to take a little point of thinking, you go, you know, it's kind of cool. I know when when you're going to make an important statement.
It's like there it is.
There it is. Bop,
here it's coming.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a very hopeful person, but I really do hope that this is going to work out better. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming in and sharing. I mean,
Thanks
it's just
for
neat to
having me.
hear your heart, and I'm just going to watch for your teeth to kind of be shattering all the time. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
You bet.
Thanks.